Good morning. This is Jovine from Behind the Markets. Happy Monday. Thanksgiving week. Here we come. Just a few days away to Thanksgiving. How exciting. Anyway, today I want to talk about a little piece that I saw in the Financial Times, and they showed this chart basically of U.S. executives have never sold this much of their company's stock in history. And I'll include this little chart in the email. If you're one of our customers, you will see it. But basically, the ratio of insider sellers to buyers of U.S. companies hit an all-time high of 6x, meaning that there are 6 times more people selling than there are insiders buying. Now, that is the highest ratio ever recorded. And this is yet another piece of evidence that shows that U.S. executives are cashing out. And if you want to know how important this is, insider selling usually telegraphs problems in the market a quarter or 2 quarters before the market actually crashes. It doesn't mean a crash is coming overnight, but it's telling you that sky-high valuations are pushing insiders, people who have an idea of what their own company's worth, to sell. And it's something that's very important, and this tracks along what we've been saying, that we are in a market that is historically high by any standard of value you want to use. But it's also a market that can make you look like a fool. But certainly I've looked like a fool from time to time with this market. This is the kind of a market where you could sell something and it goes up the next day. But again, you don't want to hit on 18, and you have to think to yourself, corporate executives are selling the hell out of this market. People like Warren Buffett are obviously selling everything they can. Einhorn, a lot of these people are saying get out. And even to the extent that a lot of corporate insiders are freezing their buyback program. Jamie Dimon, who runs JP Chase, has frozen his buyback program. And famously, as we've talked about, Warren Buffett has frozen his buyback program. So where does that leave us? What we've been saying for the past few months, which is you just have to be very careful. We have to recognize that there's a melt up going on here on one side of it. And on the other side of it, there's a lot of valuations are just obscenely high. So it's important for you not to get tempted by FOMO. You really need to guard yourself against FOMO, fear of missing out. I have seen that hurt so many investors in my lifetime. They see something they own, let's say they bought it at 10, and it's now at 25 or 30 bucks a share. They want to squeeze out that last 10. They read a report from an investment bank that this can go to 50. They don't know if the investment bank writing the buy recommendation is trying to win a banking relationship, has 1 million shares of stock to sell for another institution quietly. You don't know if the analyst just is an idiot who has good connections, family connections that got him the job. You'd be shocked, by the way, at how many Wall Street analysts are the same snotty-nosed little runny-nosed kids that we knew in grade school that just stumble their way into these things just because of their family name. They have zero common sense. So we don't know any of those things. So right now, I urge you to be skeptical of everybody raising their estimates. Oh, the S&P is going to be at 7,000. It's going to be at 6,500. Oh, but Bitcoin's going to go here, and AI is going to go there, and all this other stuff. There's kind of animal spirits. It's like being at a party where everyone's drank too much. You're drinking, and you think you're making good decisions when you're drinking, but you're really not making good decisions, as I have learned very painfully in my life with plenty of bad phone calls and plenty of dumb things that I've done. And I know those of you listening can understand the euphoria of a market like this and the psychology of the fear of missing out, that FOMO feeling, starts to play tricks on our ability to reason. It's our ability to reason that really comes in handy during markets like this. Take a cue from insiders. Take a cue from the investing legends that are selling out in markets like this. Take a cue from the CEO and the owners of Palantir and Berkshire Hathaway and JP Chase and all these other folks who are cashing out stocks at an all-time high. Look at that as an important warning and a red flag for us as we continue to navigate this market day in and day out. All right, have a wonderful day.